We are set up here on lovely Ilios. It's weird now that we're preparing for attack, but the music's already played, so it's just deathly silent as we wait for the teams to get set up. Nothing too surprising coming out from either side so far. We saw Matic hovering the Sombra, but nothing coming of it so far. It looks like he's favouring that Soldier 76. Has been doing extremely well on it all day, so no reason to change that now, and they really need the danger. I'm going to jump on board with Charlie, though. I expect the first blood's going to come out of him, if it's going to come out of anyone, so let's see what he can find as he's looking for kills right now. Trying to split out the Tracer, for example, doesn't quite see her as they go straight for the point, actually just advancing right for it. Saltwater dropping dangerously low, but Immortal Pyro getting a good jump in there, getting a lot of damage done. Missed, forced to run for his life. There's the hook onto the Zenyatta. First blood by Charlie. I friggin' called it. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. And looking for even more right now. It looks like Tracer Coney actually doing a good job building up there. Gets himself hooked though. Charlie just fragging out, ladies and gentlemen. Looking now for Matic as well. Matic goes down on the point. Well, goes straight to Ryu.
Yeah, Coney was sort of by the big health pack right at the back with this white Pantheon little thing. Just throwing a little bit of damage into the back of Saltwater as they were charging onto the point from their spawn, and really got people low but couldn't do anything much there. But as we sort of said, Charlie on the Roadhog is going to kill confirm a lot of these heroes. They don't really have the sustainability to survive.
That's a lot of damage coming out of that Winston. But Mist somehow kills himself there. Maybe the deflect rocket or something that just kills him. Splash gets rid of him. Immortal Pyro got a lot of damage there, but the Zenyatta definitely doing a lot of work there. Coney goes down nice, earlier before he can actually get anything really done. Immortal Pyro gets the nano boost though, gets himself a lot of damage as well, as Tackvisor does come out as well. Doesn't get any real value. And Conqueror trying to jump off, but just gets cleaned up here by that Winston once more. Immortal Pyro definitely coming out big there. Saltwater making the right call, just nano boosting that Winston.
Yep, Matic no longer having an ultimate, but the offensive ultimates above Coney and Conqueror are ready to go. No nano boost, unfortunately, because they've resorted to playing Zenyatta pretty much all of the time. But it certainly looks like it's just going to be a game mode.
Mist.
I think Ryu going to enjoy a lot more.
Mist going big, cuts down 2 people so far, looking for even more. Matic does get rid of him. We also saw Tracer going in with the Pulse Bomb there. Doesn't really get too much off the back of that, I think. So looking real good right now for Ryu as they have managed to stabilize on this point. 70% on the timer, and they're just forced to wait as Matic waiting and biding his time, giving us a little wave. Hello, Matic. Good to see you, friendo. And Conqueror going to have to play big in this next fight. Everything's going to be resting on the shoulders of this Dragon Blade.
It's an ultimate that you can get a lot of leeway from. We saw Conqueror do it on the Dorado just before, getting several kills, but on its own it might be tricky with the beefiness of a point like
He's
this.
anti-healed, he's zapped away, he's forced to run, and meanwhile we do have the grab on the point, and there's Charlie just with the whole hog, just killing absolutely everything in it. Deflect does eventually get in there and does manage to push him back. Conqueror now draws the Dragon Blade, he's looking for a kill or two. Can he get anything? He does get Jimmy, looking for Kiro now. Matic scooping up the kills for himself, and they do manage to take it, but they do use pretty much everything as the team kill comes out. 99% to 0. Ryu have a lot of opportunities here.
Saying that, Matic does have the Tack Visor ready, and he's wanting to use this with any offensive capabilities that come in. Trance is also ready, so I'd say the ult advantage is more looking towards Scrambled now on the defense than anything.
Coney goes down, Mist picks him off and just gets that easy kill on him, takes him down, no problem there. Dropping down to the point, but they spot out the Zenyatta. Zenyatta dangerously low, Sights comes out, but kills his friend, and Matic goes down pretty much, Matic goes down instantly as Charlie comes in. There we go, that was the kill I was expecting, and Charlie's just going to be killing left, right, and center on this point as well. Again, the Ana Grenade comes in, just heals up his entire team, anti-heals the enemy team. These Ana Grenades from Saltwater have been so on point. Conqueror is going to go down to Immortal Pyro. There's a bomb on Charlie, but Charlie doesn't really care as Coney does try and delay the point, eats a shot to the face, gets punched down, and that's Charlie doing Charlie things, basically.
He's played tremendously well. I wouldn't be surprised if he picked up this map himself. The boop away from Pyro just kept Schwartz off the point, and they both decided to, like, all it took was one hit.
Yep.
One hit away, and then he sort of dived off the point, but the timing on that really could have not been any more perfect, but it's good to see that both teams are having a good laugh about it, just with how it was like a goalkeeper save right at the end of a match that just kept him out completely, and then went off and celebrated the fact by jumping off a cliff. This map plays a little bit differently. If any players like to play Widow, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Hi.
As Dive is a bit trickier to play on this. However, Charlie's going to have a wonderful time as per usual.
Yeah, this pit of death where the point is, it's so dangerous to get sort of stuck in there. You've seen Genjis bounce around it all the time, getting kill after kill after kill. It's just a very narrow map. There's very narrow pathways. I imagine Immortal Pyro and Sergeant Pete Mats going to be having a good time on this map as well on the Winstons, because it's very easy to just bunch people together. Let's get on board with the Tracer, though. There's some good flank routes for her as she's just managed to sneak into the back line. Got Anna in the sight. Saltwater in a little bit of danger right now. Tracer does back away. Saltwater just picked back up pretty much immediately. Coney taking a shot there, getting chased off now by Immortal Pyro. Immortal Pyro goes down, but Charlie gets the kill. Not before, though. 2 kills picked up there by Matic and by Pete Mats. This is looking pretty good, actually. Saltwater gets dangerously low. Down he goes as they start to look for even more on the point, and this could be going Scrambled's way.
Could be, but Charlie's not wanting to give it up too much. Lucy as well, trying to save him, trying to peel, but both of them just end up going down, really sort of stalling it out. Jimmy has no other option to try and shield up and die, but gives them a little bit more ult charge. Now they just have to wait, but Mist is sort of stuck. Sergeant Pipe, it has been slept and the scatter shot does go in, but other than that, nothing really coming from it. But Mist is picking up the sniper role in this. I told you that this would be a Hanzo-centric map in particular. But they are sort of staying together. Of course, triple tanks tend to do that, to stay in a clump and work from there to lead the charge a little bit. But here's where they want to get the picks. Subbarrier does get used, and Pyro ends up running in the opposite direction. But this is a good opportunity to sort of take out whatever.
Matic just gets around the flank there, gets a good angle, gets himself a double kill there. Does get picked off by Jimmy, so Jimmy getting some kills on the way out. This is going to be good for his ultimate charge. Does get taken down by All Switcheroo, but ultimate's definitely coming online right now for Scrambled. Looking good for them. That, of course, was the danger of the Hanzo, just getting that one shot onto the Tracer. Good kill by Mist there, but otherwise not too much happening on the back of that. Ultimate's honestly going to be coming online for both sides. Jimmy almost got his, and that's going to be everything pretty much for Ryu available as well. Let's see what they can find with it.
Yeah, Mist having the dragon, he kind of wants to quench his thirst by just throwing it off naked. Speaking of which, he just did that because that's Mist and he does Mist things. The bomb does come in but doesn't get anybody. The sound barrier goes and they want to take this attack and they want to take it now. They want to get whatever they can. Unfortunately, Pyro goes down first.
Tracer looking for the duel there on Mist, but Conqueror just comes in with the back, just cuts him in half with the Dragon Blade. He learned that from his brother. Kiro actually gets the exit frag though on Conqueror. Matic still doing a lot of damage here. They've got to be careful they don't overextend and just stay in this fight a little bit too long. Jimmy on high charge as well, doing a lot of damage here. Does also have the Graviton Surge available should he choose to use it. If he's got enough high charge, he fires it off. He's got the nano boost on himself. This is definitely enough damage to get a couple of kills here as Winston's dragged back into it, and they will take the point back. It cost them a lot to do it, ladies and gentlemen, but they have made it happen. Conqueror actually might be overextending here as well. Just takes an arrow and goes down, and that's actually a huge swing now back for Ryu.
Triple tank is the kind of strategy that you always want to try and have your foot in the door and out-sustain it. This is the thing with how you've got one team sort of stayed together like they are now, whereas you have Scrambled that are a bit more spread out, trying to take separate flanks. But it's just difficult to take this barrel of fat that's just sat together. We missed getting those important pick-offs from a distance. Once they have the point, they're just going to be really impossible to move, and it's a really nice strategy that seems to be working out so far well for them.
On the flank, trying to get onto a Immortal Pyro, but he's just being healed up by the Ana there, and Mistus gets him with a cheeky scatter arrow from the long distance. Finally, Conqueror gets in there, gets the dash, and gets the reset on him, but he's anti-healed as well and getting hunted down by this gorilla. Down he goes. He's going to try and survive on the edge there, but Immortal Pyro just waits for him and gets the kill on him, and there Zenyatta goes down, no problem. Like you said, these tanks just doing so much work. Matic going down there to the Hanzo was crucial. Excellent shooting from Mistronos to pick up that kill there, and good shutdown. And it's looking pretty good for Ryu right now, as again, they have the momentum. They can just stay on the point, and they're very difficult to remove.
Yeah, Jimmy's on fire, which to me suggests that obviously he took a lot of fire from getting the free kills with his grab early, but just keeping people alive, mitigating a lot of that damage that may be coming in. Especially against the Zen, you could just clear off the discard on the likes of Charlie and Pyro that may need it. But here comes the Transcendent, speaking of which. Mist is getting burrowed down eventually, but he's survived for quite some time. Pyro comes in, kills the Zen, wants to clear off anything that's on the point, and really there's only one engagement left unless Scramble can take the point now.
Sambarra comes out, Dragon Blade comes in, and Conqueror is going big for it, but he is getting knocked away by this Winston as well. It's just buying them a lot of time right now. They do manage to sort of get rid of it. They should be able to displace this Winston with enough time, as finally, well, Ryu do overtake them on the percentages, so they will be able to take it, and they will have one more fight. Miss actually going very aggro at the moment. Has to be a little bit careful that he doesn't get picked off here. If he does, it will be a huge loss. He just fires off the Dragon as well, trying to zone out a couple of people there. Gets Matic. That's absolutely huge. And it actually manages to dive on the point there just to buy a little bit of time. That might have been a little bit early. Charlie dropping dangerously low. Does have the Orb of Discord on him right now, but Miss is set up doing damage. Charlie does eventually go down there as they are brawling on at this point, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for the kills to start coming through. Let's jump on board with Conqueror, because that's where it's probably going to come from, as this area drops dangerously low. Graviton Surge though does pick everything up on the point, and that's enough, I think, for Jimmy and Immortal just to clean up. They will start taking it. Conqueror does get back on the point, but will go down, and Matic's just going to get knocked off here by Kiro. Can he get back on it before it gets flipped? He's just getting killed off though by Immortal Pyro. He's forced to run run for the last health pack. Will pick it up, but not before the point flips, and he's going to do something. Almost gets knocked off by the Lucio there, and he's just going to die. There's not much he can do here while reinforcements trickle in. Overtime now ticking down, and I don't think anyone's going to make it. Can you do it, Coney? No, you can't. You get booed back. And Ryu take this map. We're going to a final map in our best of 5.
Tremendous play by Jimmy just to keep the point alive. Kept Charlie alive when he had the Discord on him, even if for a second. Matic with a bit of a difficult play, honestly, because just having to run away, I suppose, in that sort of situation, he would have been better to sort of die and leave with his point. He doesn't have the same amount of sustain of holding onto a point with his team as Ryu do, so he was running into problems there, but really well played overall by the likes of Ryu just to hold on to that point and really made control count for them.